National Master Glenn Beatty. Unapologetically Black Chess. Secrets. Relevant. And we are going to look at a game by the late, great IM Tate versus Grandmaster Akobian. Andrew and Tristan Tate will be proud of their dad after this beautiful game where he outmaneuvered the Grandmaster Akobian and smashed through his defenses with an explosive bishop sacrifice on h6. Most chess players think of Tate, rest in peace, as an attacking player, but he used his positional knowledge to usher in his vicious and concealed attacks. This game is a gem. Enjoy. Also, please subscribe and thumbs up, family. Let's begin. Knight f3, d4, e3, c5, b3. Nakamura played this opening a lot on Title Tuesdays, speed tournaments. So it is a good weapon for white. Okay, knight to f6. Now, I really think in this position, a6 is a lot better idea. Number one, it stops the bishop from slamming on the b5 square, pinning black knight. Also, it get ready to expand on the queen side with b5. There are a couple of interesting games with a6 that I would like to show. Okay, a6, let's say he played bishop to b2 and knight to f3, d4, knight to f6, bishop to e2, bishop f5, 0-0, e6, b knight d2, cx, knight x, bishop x, rook to c8, c4, and bishop to c5. And as you can see, black have a very comfortable position. Okay. Also, what I would like to show, if white tried to play c4 after a6, black have the move that he should play to gain space, which is d4. Bishop a6, queen c7, pawn takes pawn, cx d4. Now, if white elects to capture on d4 with his knight x d4, he will be surprised with queen to e4 check, forking the king and the rook on a8. You have to answer check. If knight to e2, queen takes a1. Therefore, g3, e5, bishop takes, king takes, bishop g2, knight develop, d3, g6. And as you can see, black have overtaken the center, and he went on to win this position. Let's get back to our game with the attack master, Tate. Okay. Akobian played knight to f6. Tate continued to fianchetto his king bishop. Pin, attacking the pin piece, bishop back. Now, Tate played the check move, okay? F knight to d7, 0-0, e6, bishop back to e2, knight to c6, c4, attacking black center, knight to b6, knight to a3, rook to c8, d3, a6, knight back to c2. that is very nice plan by Tate. Knight to A3 and knight to C2. Okay, he played F6. Now queen to E1 is also a very nice idea. Bishop to D6. E4 castle. Knight to D2. Bishop to F7 and F4. Okay, now when we look at this position, I would rather play white here all day. I don't know what's that knight doing on B6. I don't understand what this knight is doing. Okay, because C4 is securely defended, so it's really not attacking C4. And this knight really doesn't have a purpose, whereas these two knights can travel over to the king side very easily, okay? So I would rather play white, and also this bishop have a nice diagonal. So if we compare minor pieces, white's minor pieces are stronger than black's. Let's continue the game. A Kobian banged out queen to C7. Tate banged out queen to F4. Pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn. Okay, now a Kobian play E5. Okay, and this is very similar to a stonewall structure where that black have a big square on D4. White have a big square on D5. Okay, so if we look at this, white have a stonewall structure, and black have a stonewall structure. Okay, so this could be very complicated play. You know these type of structures. Okay, so he played rook to D8. Now Tate bring the knight into the game. Okay, he jumped the knight there. But if we look at this position objectively, you will notice that this knight on D4 isn't coordinating with any of his other pieces. Is it? Right? It's not really is it? Because it is fighting the fight by himself. Whereas if I put a knight here, this knight right here will be coordinating with my queen, my rook, this bishop. So white is probably have at least a slight advantage here, but it could be bigger. It might just be a big advantage here. Let's continue. Okay, now we put the knight on D5. Knight X. You have to get rid of this knight. You have to get rid of it. Knight X, pawn takes. But what happened was you opened up my bishop to H7. So you had to defend H7. And now he is getting squeezed. And now look at the position. This knight here still isn't coordinating with this queen, rook, bishop, or bishop. Whereas this knight is coordinating with the rook, right? He's coordinating with the rook, the queen, and this pawn here, and the pawn on F5. So H6. What else could he play? But this just leads to total disaster. Rook to E1, a rook to E1, bringing another piece into the fight. Now he's trying to run, but it's too late. He's trying to run. Tate played the rook lift. Now, the computer want to play right away, just knight takes is winning. This is just winning. If pawn takes, queen takes, and black is busted. This bishop is coming back. The bishop going to come in the game and take this piece. This rook can always move over to the king side. And it's just going to be too much for the second player to withstand this type of onslaught. But Tate played this right here is a natural move, rook to e3, and it is very strong, by the way. So king, he's trying to run. Bishop is coming over now. Queen, rook over. And he just took the pawn. He just sacrificed the bishop. You have to take it. If you don't take the bishop, I'm just going to take on g7. You capture. Check. King. Knight g4. Discover. Check. King. Now rook to e3. And your e4 pawn is falling with devastating effects. Knight takes check. Now you just had to give up a piece. And Tate played queen to e1, which is a good move to win because white have a 2-pawn majority on the queen side, and white have a 2-pawn majority on the king side, I meant to say, and he will just start pushing his pawns. But the silicone monster is saying that queen to f4, check. It's just crushing. King d7, rook to e6 is rook over, pawn push, knight takes, bishop pin, king c8, bishop takes check. The king can't run to b8, unfortunately, because we have our lady controlling that diagonal. Therefore, rook takes, pawn takes, rook to e8, knight check, forced to take, queen takes, and 2 pawns on the 6th rank. The game is over. Tate ended the game this way, queen to e1, which is a positional way to end the game. But he's going to win, but it's just a very positional way to win. Queen takes, rook takes, rook takes, rook takes, h5. Here come the marching pawns, g4, xx, bishop d6, knight takes, bishop takes. The pawns march on. And the Grandmaster Jacobian resigned. What a great game by Tate. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like this video. And as always, good luck, good chess. Cheers.